Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe, and if you love this video, please give a thumbs up. In today's video, we're gonna be doing like a college makeup look. You can see right here, this is the final product. You're gonna see how I reach this look or how I do this look. Please continue to watch this video and let's get started. Okay, so for the first step, let's just put our hair back. I'm using a headband here. Okay, so now my hairs are all back. So for the first step of our college makeup look, I'm gonna be using a concealer and not foundation. I don't like to use foundation on a daily basis. So if you want a good coverage and if you have pimples or acne or pigmentation, you should use a concealer because concealer is supposed to hide all of that. So I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer and I'm in the shade 25 medium. I love this concealer because it has medium to full coverage and you can of course build it up as per your use. So I'm just gonna use a little bit. My perspective of a college makeup look is like not a full coverage glam, but just how we look presentable. So I'm gonna just use there where I have a little bit of pigmentation. As you can see, I have a little pigmentation over here and on my forehead a little bit. I don't like to use concealer or any type of cream products on my forehead because it's probably most likely to get creasing there. I'm gonna use it a little bit on my nose and then I'm just gonna blend it using a brush and not a sponge because sponge tends to absorb your concealer and we are using less. So keep that in mind. If you're using a sponge, use more product. The sponge absorbs product and that gives you less coverage. So I'm using a brush. The brush I'm using is the Vega foundation brush. And I'm not blending the concealer over here. I'm just gonna let it sit. A quick hack that if you let your concealer sit, it gives you more coverage. So I'm just going to blend it. You can see how quickly it just gets rid of your pigmentation and everything in general. See, all the pigmentation is gone and what you need is just a little bit of concealer. Whatever I have on a brush, I'm just gonna quickly brush it on my nose. It just blends really easily into the skin. It's like a water based or like a cream based concealer, so I love that in general. But if you're going for like a more coverage, so you just use more or just build it up by using more coverage concealer or like a stick concealer or a like mousse type of concealer. I'm gonna link every single product in the description box so you can see. So now I'm just gonna blending out my under eyes. You can see it gives like more coverage compared to this because I let that set. I'm not using that on my eyelids because we are going for a natural makeup look. So if we do that on our lids, then we have to use more eyeshadow there. So I think our natural pigmentation works as an eyeshadow, so we're not going to use that. But if you're going for a full glam, then I will consider to use it on my eyelids as well. So now I'm gonna use it under my eyebrows, not on my eyelids. So yeah, that's it. And then I'm gonna take just a little bit and use it on my neck. Just littlest bit, not too much. I generally don't like to use products on my neck, but to match your face to neck is really important. So yeah, this is what we have here. So now that is all blended, I'm gonna just use a blush. So for the blush, I'm using a very nude shade. So this is the shade I'm looking for. It's like a peachy nude shade. And for that, I'm going to use a beauty sponge. So I'm just gonna blend it and take like a lot because I just love blushes. I'm just going to place that only on the temples of my cheeks, but like not over here, just over here, so that it gives like a lifting effect. So I'm gonna do that and take it a little bit halfway through my eyelids, and then using the back of the sponge to blend out its edges. You can see how good and how natural it looks. Blending this out also, and look at that. Using a little bit of a nose. I love to use blushes on my nose. It just gives you like a natural red nose effect. And this is how it looks. I absolutely love using blush. You can just stop here, but I like to go a little bit forward and look like more presentable. So for that, I'm going to contour my nose, and for contour my nose, I'm using the Elegant Pro Concealer, and I'm in like a deeper shade. I don't know which shade it is, but it is that. So I'm gonna just push product on the bristles. It has like a brush kind of to it, so you can see. Okay, yeah. Then I'm gonna do like what I'm gonna do. Just take it on the back of my hand, and then I'm just gonna go and like contour my nose. I like to do this because it just gives like a putting like contour on like top of your nostrils gives you like the effect of small nostrils and small nose. I absolutely love that. I like to take it like on the bottom of my brows to give like a small nose kind of effect. I don't know if that works, but this is, I don't know if this works for everybody, but at least this works for me. And I'm just gonna blend the edges literally easily. And you can see like it just gives you like a small nose effect. I love that. And then whatsoever remaining, I'm just gonna use on my forehead so that you know a little bit of contouring on my face. To do contouring apart from my nose to anywhere, but I really like to bronze with a bronzing powder. So this is what we are here. Then I'm just gonna quickly set everything with the with the Gorgeous Girl banana luxury powder. That banana powder is more beautifully sets your face rather than any compact powder. I don't like to use compact powder in general. I don't know if I own any because banana powder it's just beautiful, or you can use a translucent powder or any type of loose powder. I think that just sets your makeup really beautifully. You can see the difference, like it just blurs out your face, and it gives you like a really clean base to anybody. So I think that for personally, I think banana powder is mostly used by like celebrities or anything. I don't know. I'm not confirm about that, but I know that they use loose powder rather than compact. They like use compact just to for touch-ups and anything. But apart from like how many videos I have seen and how many like bold I have seen, they always use like a loose powder covered or something, or like a translucent powder. But for like our Asian girls and dark skin girls, I think banana powder is the best. Translucent or like any type of loose powder tends to leave some type of whitening effect, and that just does not look good. But I think banana powder suits them. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take banana powder on tip of my brush and just going to use that on my nose. See, like that, and then on the tip, on the bone and the tip, and then here. Like once I have set it every face, I'm just gonna bake like around my nose, because that's where I want my nose to look really slick and really nice. So I'm just gonna let that sit and quickly do my brows and be right back. Okay, so now my brows are all done, and just let's get rid of our baking really quickly. So I'm gonna take a fluffy powder brush and just going to dust everything off. I am personally a dry skin girl, so I don't like to bake very much or like for a long time. It just tends to dry out my skin. But this is what I love. See, you can see that the nose is really looking nice and very natural, nothing more, it's very natural. So yeah, after that I'm just gonna do my eyes. So my eyes, I will recommend the SFR caramel brown palette. This palette is so beautiful. I think every girl should own that. This is how it looks like. It has all like neutral tones and shimmers and like a really like creamy kind of shade. I'm gonna swatch some of the shade for you. So this is like one of my favorite shade which I use like every day. So this is how it looks like. I don't think you can see, it's like a yellowish neutral shade. I really like that shade. And then this is like a orangish peachy shade. This is like the most used shade of mine. And then I'm gonna show you some shimmers. So this one is like a golden type of shimmer. Absolutely love that. See? Can you see that? This is so beautiful. It's like very neutral but yet like a simple glam look. It's really beautiful to go into any ceremony or anything in general. And then this is the next shade. This is like a creamy but not powdery kind of shade. It's like, it's not powder but it's not cream. It's like something in between. So you can see here. You can swatch it. You see that? It's like a very light and kind of silverish golden. It's really beautiful. I love that. The first one that I swatched, just to even out our eyes. People can barely notice this shade on your eyes. I use that just to even out my skin tone and everything in general. You can see how this just evens out my eyelids. I love that. Then I'm going to use this light brown shade over here. Just taking a little bit with the same brush. You don't have to use like a lot of brush. One brush is sufficient. So I'm just gonna use that on the outer creasing, and that's it. That's it. You can see the difference between my two eyes. This eye looks like more lifted and more presentable, while this is like a bare eye and it just looks not so good. I take that little bit and then I'm gonna use it on my I'm just gonna build up my crease. That's it. You can see this looks really good. I love that. I'm gonna take some more and like gonna use it to define my eyes. Yeah, this looks beautiful. I love that. This is optional, but you can add this step to your routine. I like to use a little bit of shimmer my eyes because I think without shimmer every look is like incomplete. However, it's up to you if you like shimmer or not. This is like a liner type of thing, but this is not. This is definitely not a liner. It's just a glitter. I like to use that like on my eyelids, just on the inner corners. You can see this looks so beautiful. It's not like very pigmented glitter. It's like a very like a water-based glitter. I love that. And this is how it looks. It looks super beautiful. It looks super nice. So I'm not gonna be using any type of liner because I think that will be too much. But I'm gonna definitely use a white eye pencil. I think it just pops your eye really out. But I'm looking here because I have mirror here. Okay, so this is the completed eye look. The last step that is remaining is of course a mascara. Without mascara, every single look is incomplete. So the mascara I'm gonna use is the Maybelline New York Hyper Curl Mascara. This is the waterproof version. You can also get the non-waterproof version. The difference between the waterproof and the non-waterproof versions are that the waterproof versions like makes your lashes kadak and they're not like the smoothest ones. Like they just packs your lashes and you can feel that your lashes are really kadak and you don't like that feeling. Like कुछ लोगों को वो पसंद नहीं होता है, but I personally don't care about that. I really like to go with waterproof versions because no one knows when it's gonna rain, no one knows when someone throws water at you. So also, this is by far my favorite mascara. You can see the difference between this and this. It looks really nice, like no lashes and a lot of lashes. It less lengthens and gives a little bit of volume. So I love that. My lashes are big enough, so I don't need any like more lengthening. I just like a really nice coat of mascara there. My lashes are big enough, so I don't like to go to like any type of like lengthening mascaras. I am here for the volume, not the lengthening, because my lashes are naturally really nice. So yeah, for the next step I'm gonna be using a really like nude lipstick. I'm gonna be using the Ariac Matte Jean lipstick. This is the best nude lipstick I have, and I think everybody should have this shade. I'm in the shade Toasted Almond. Just by the name it looks perfect, and this is the lipstick. Oh my god, look at that. It is so beautiful. Like the shade is so beautiful. I'm gonna just swatch it for you. Just this is my hand, and I'm just gonna like look at that. This is beautiful. I absolutely love that. Look how creamy. It's really creamy, but it is really matte. So beautiful. I'll use a little bit of powder and like set the corners of the lips. And like look at that. It looks really beautiful. It looks really nice. I love that. This is the final look. I hope you love that. And for the last step, if you wanna add that, I'm just gonna use a highlighter. This is the highlighter in Mayu. Is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades of highlighter. I'm gonna use the first highlighter, which is like a silverish highlighter. I'm gonna do that on my nose over here and over here. I love to do that. I'm just gonna blend it out with me using my fingers and anything. This gives like a really nice rose. Like I just love everything which looks good to make my nose look good, if that makes any sense. I hope you guys have loved this video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Bye.